I don't know what you're running for. It's coming. You ready? Well, come get it. Here you go, sweetheart. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Cinnamon Bun Bun, the wild bunny that lives in my backyard. I don't know if you guys can hear me well from way over here, but looks like this stream's been derailed for a moment. I'm gonna let you guys stare at this bunny while I look for rocks. I'll be right back. Check the front yard. Hey, Bun, don't panic. It's just me. We've got more rocks. You are a cutie. I know you're gonna get all paranoid when I get close. Just want to set my rocks down and sit down in my chair. Do you handle it, or are you gonna freak out? You're gonna freak out. You got that look. All right, Bun. Remain calm. Keep your up. What did I say? Remain calm. Keep your up. Remain calm. Keep your up. Bun, I'm coming over here. You're fine. This rabbit, I swear. Maybe you'll relax once I sit down. Now come eat your oatmeal. Hey, I'm just getting adjusted in the chair. You don't want to watch me break rocks. You want to watch this rabbit, huh? Give me your oatmeal. What are you doing way over there? If you don't come back, I'm going to start busting rocks again. I know, right? Cutest wild bunny ever. Sarah would go to bed. It'd be 11 o'clock or something, and she'd be, I got to go to bed. I've got to work in the morning. And she'd head upstairs. I'd come upstairs around 1:30 or so. There'd be Sarah standing at the window, looking out the window. What are you doing, baby? She's like, I'm watching the bunny. And I'll be like, how long have you been watching the bunny? She's like, well, I don't know. I came up here, I brushed my teeth, and I saw the bunny, so I started watching the bunny. And I'd be like, sweetheart, it's 1:30 in the morning. She could look on her face when she realized she'd been standing there for over 2 hours watching this rabbit. Where'd you go, bud? You're going to turn around. I noticed you like to sneak up. Ah, well, it looks like she's run off. Doing bunny things, I guess. Got my soda. I'm going to open my soda. That's going to make a noise that she doesn't like. That one. Make all the terrible noises that she doesn't like at once. We can see the bunny food and we can see my lap. So yeah, no, that's Bun Bun, cinnamon Bun Bun. I think this is a really pretty rock. The material looks good from what I can see of it here on the corner. Not sure where I picked this up. It's some sort of Edwards chert, but I don't really know if it's good on the inside. But from this little edge, it looks like it would be good. It's got this cortex on the outside, limestone. Let's take a couple flakes and see what it looks like. This has been laying around in the front yard for 3 or 4 years. I don't remember where I picked it up at. I've got stuff in my pockets. It's the last thing you need when you start hitting rocks. You have a cell phone in your pocket or something and you miss the rock. I can't get this adjusted a little bit better so you can see everything going on. Yeah, just a dirty old rock from the front yard. Let's see what we got. Yeah, just dropping things. All right, so we got this cortex we want to remove. We've got kind of a big flat angle here that we want to get rid of. Ideally, what we want is we want to turn this into a biface, which is flat on one side, flat on the other, with a single edge all the way around. Just going to draw all over this with a marker here. Basically, we want to get rid of all this exterior material because it's just chalky limestone. It doesn't flake, it just crumbles. It cannot be made sharp. And we want to preserve as much length, as much width as possible, while making it as thin as we can, and preferably in a lenticular shape like a lens, convex on both sides, no concavity. Then we can decide what we want to do with it. When taking the flake off of either this face or this face, ideally what we want to do is we want to strike the edge, and we want to strike it in such a way to, look at the camera here, uh, to send a flake across the surface, but we always want to hit a point of the edge that's closer to that surface than the other surface. Um, like this here would be a great spot to hit. Take flake off this surface, and that's what I intend to do. I struck it in this direction because that is so far from the center, much less that surface. Odds are it would break the rock in half. So I'll say that I'm looking for a low spot to hit, and what that means is if I'm looking at it from the edge like so, it's low as opposed to the center. Low, closer to the surface that I want to take the flake from. So that's where I want to start. Felt good, but it's got a lot of vortex to run through. I can see it's got a crack here, so it's done something. I don't know if it's going to come off with one hit. Oh yeah, here we go. So on my edge, that was my low spot. So I hit my low spot, trying to push a flake off this surface. We did. There's the flake, there's the surface. The material looks pretty good inside. Pretty neat. Looking at my edge, this is still kind of a low spot here, not as low as the last one was, but it's also very sharp, which means it's going to be very thin and very brittle. So abrasion is what comes next. And when you abrade, what it does is it just makes tiny little micro fractures and chips, blunting the edge and making it thicker so it can support a stronger hit. But I can just go up and down and try to leave that edge in the same spot. Or if I abrade this direction, it'll remove material and bring this edge closer to this surface, which is what we want. We want to take a flake from here. So the direction I want to abrade is this way. And for the longest time, people would explain that to me, and I would be like, it doesn't make that big a difference. It doesn't need to be a very big difference. But, it strengthens the edge. It moves it down just slightly. And that slight little bit of movement of that edge towards the surface, in a lot of cases, is really all the difference it needs. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to take another flake coming this way by striking here. And again, this has got so much cortex on it, I can't tell if this flake came off or not. I can see the crack where it widens out from the point of impact, but I can't see the termination for it. So I'm going to pull on it. Probably needs to be hit again. A little bit more force. Unfortunately, when you hit a flake like this, it doesn't separate on the first impact. It'll typically create a ripple further on down in the surface of the material. Although, let's see. It's still on there, but good. I can feel that it's cracked underneath my fingers too. Kind of interesting. Yes. And this is a hinge flake. It works like a hinge. It's rounded on the edge. It's not ideally what we want, but it's not too bad. It's really early in the game. Taking the flake from this direction ought to beat it and take it out, but we're a ways away from taking a flake off this edge. Still got a bit to go before that'll happen. Guess we need to run a flake this direction, but my edge is really crumbly, really messy, not good to hit. Too much cortex, too much uneven surface. I'm going to take some smaller flakes to try to clean that up and maybe make a surface that we can use. Of course, I took the tiniest little flake here, and I can see there's just all kinds of bumps and ridges and stuff in there, indicating this rock's tumbled at some point, like maybe in a creek or a river. Lots of little problems. All I want is a really nice, flat, smooth platform to strike. That's better. So now we've got our edge comes across here. It's definitely the low spot that I want to hit. It's not quite low enough. It still seems to be right at the center line of the piece, maybe even a little bit above. So, oh, it looks a bit lower than I thought. So look at it, the camera. Camera turning out to be kind of useful as far as taking another look at something. Just a different angle to see things. Um, Hitting this surface is going to bring a flake off this side, ideally. Those edges. It's got such a big knot of crud right here. I don't know if it's going to push through that very well or not. But we'll try. It did what I wanted it to do, but it's not the most impressive looking thing I've ever seen. But it's really fascinating the way it looks. I'll show you the flake. This is the inside. You can see all the different circles. And you can see them on the outside as well when you look at it. There's little pock marks, like little craters on the moon or something. And that's where this stone was bouncing around in a creek or a river or something, bump into something, those are just little indentations. And let water in, it's changed the color of the material. I really wish this flake had traveled a bit further. But interesting looking, at least. You can see that this material is not very good. You're going to have to dig a little deeper to get to something that looks more like this. But even here, you can see the speckles of it. Interesting stone. Thinking I may be able to strike it here. Maybe with a little bit more preparation. Yeah, smack it. That was the best, I think. Yeah, they actually, the orbicular ocean jasper, you'll see those orbs in it. And that's usually from like grains of sand or, some other impurity that's caused it to do that. It's the same process as making a pearl, really. And this, however, is a lot like when a BB hits a windshield or something, or a rock hits a windshield, it blows that cone out. It's called a Hertzian cone. And what these are these tiny little Hertzian cones all over the surface from where it's bounced around and stuff. Then once those cracks are formed, you'll get the calcium and everything building up in those cracks. It creates the circles that way. Yeah, we're going to strike this at this edge here. Try to run a flake across here and get rid of more of this mass. Wow. Pretty grainy. Good stuff. That's not to say the material itself is bad. We're still working with this cortex material all over the outside. And flakes don't travel through that stuff. Holy mist. Here we go. So, again, not a lot of impressive material removed, but see a crack in here, which is not ideal. After taking that flake, it's pushed this edge towards this surface, so I can now take the flake going back this direction. So go ahead and strengthen that. Who knows? I mean, when you look at it, you can, gosh, it is really kind of cool looking at the different speckles and dots that are in there. I'm hoping that once we get the cortex removed, and we get the stone thin enough that some of those circles are still in the stone. That might be kind of cool looking. Yeah, for now, let's hit this and see if we can take out some more of this material on this, I guess, cleaner side. Oh, look who's back. Hey, bud. I'm gonna hit this rock, bud. Don't panic, okay? I think you're safe where you're at. So I literally start swinging towards the rabbit. So maybe I should wait for a moment. Get a couple bites in before I do this. Run her off. Oh, she's a cutie. Those ears. I'll turn it this way. I can strike that direction. Let's do that. Let's see if she freaks out after I hit this rock this close to her. That's okay. That was just my foot moving, getting ready. You're good. Keep going. I'm gonna hit this rock, and you're not gonna panic, are you? Because you're a good bunny. Good bunnies don't freak out. It's okay if you freak out. It doesn't mean you're bad. I want to hit this rock. This rabbit might go. This rabbit might go crazy. There's only one person in the chat, so I guess it's up to you. Do I hit the rock or do I wait? A lot of oatmeal left. That's fair. For her safety, though, I think I may just try to pet her. Oh, yeah, she's seen it. Problem solved. As soon as I said pet, she's out. What you doing? Right. You tell me twice, buddy. Not very impressive. Pretty crumbly. I think once we get past this vortex, we'll get better flakes. We may run out of rock before then. Let's see if I can. Shut up and take more flakes. That's an improvement. Pretty cool looking. I don't think I've seen rock this mottled. Oh, that's what M-O-T-T-L-E? Mottled? Oh, this bunny is relaxing. This bunny is just loafing. I don't know if you can see her very well. She's got good camo. She's just laying there. She's fine. She's not worried about a damn thing right now. I'm going to braid this edge because this is the low side here. It's closer to this surface. So I'm going to take flake, try to remove some of this. This vortex material. The more I can get rid of it, the braiding, the better. Normally I would braid this direction to bring this edge closer to the surface, but going this way to try to get rid of some of that vortex. Alright. Get rid of some of this. There we go. It's the kind of predictability I was missing in the last rock we were working on. Dang, neighbor dogs, y'all need to settle down. You're going to scare my bunny. A little bit of cortex right there. Let's get rid of that. Yep. Yeah, some of those spots do carry through into the material. It's kind of neat looking. Yes, our next flake's going to go this direction across this. Good way to hit my thumb. There we go. Yeah, these spots are something else. And its edge is very jagged, really, really gross. Rating it on him, remove it though. Just cut it down. So here we go. Gives us a new surface to hit here. Going across this area. This rabbit is so happy. Oh, not the best flake ever. It terminated right about here. Everything just sort of crumbled. This vortex stuff. Great. Try that again, but I'm going to hit higher up and see if I can't undercut the mess that I made in that area. How did it fit? Yeah. Our edges zigzag back this side, so our next flake will run this way and try to come across here. You are one satisfied bunny rabbit. Like seeing a bunny who's that comfortable around. The pocket to hit is a bit smaller than my bobber. Use a smaller one to get in there. My aim's going to have to be better than it's been today. There we go. Lots of speckles. Now our edge is closer to this surface, so we'll take the flake off this side. Get that in frame. There we go. Get the medium sized ones in for this. Yeah. So this is an interesting flake. This flake is running across this ridge. It makes a long, slender flake, which honestly is a blade all its own. That flake, I'm sure somebody will correct me in comments or chat or somewhere. I believe it's called a Van Buren flake, where it travels along the edge of a piece like that. But yeah, that in itself is just a really sharp blade. I've gotten rid of a lot of this vortex stuff. Looks like got this marker line that I got as my center line. Looks like if I strike it here, I can maybe run another one across this ridge. Probably not as nice as that last one, but there's also a ridge here that I can run, and that's a good platform for it. We'll get to that when we actually try to start smoothing and cleaning the material up. All we're doing right now is trying to make a line all the way around. And it looks like we're about a third of the way there. Now this may fail when I'm looking at it a little bit closer. You know, this spot that my finger's covering right now, I'm going to move my finger away. There's a crystal pocket. The hollow area with some little crystals inside, that little tiny dot there. Let's see if it'll focus up close. That would be a point of failure for the stone. Oh, not do what we wanted at all. That flake only traveled 4 millimeters maybe. Stopped. No good. Probably user error. It's probably me. Yeah, it is druzy quartz crystals in there. Now this other ridge that I was looking at that I said we'd look at later, I think perhaps if we hit it, it'll clean up this mess that I just made here. But it's in a weird spot to get at right now, so I'm going to try to isolate it a little bit. Uh-oh. What's going on with you, buddy? Somebody's got an itch. Pop up and scratch. What a good bunny. So that is my low spot. It's covered in this vortex stuff, so I have to smack it pretty good to get the flake to travel. And hopefully it will spread and catch this dumb area that I made and follow this ridge and get us back on track. You scratching your face? Did you face it? Now you're eating your foot. That bunny itch. Oh, hey, sweetheart. You want some more oatmeal? We've had a lot. What you got in mind, buddy? Is today the day you want to get petted? Oh my goodness. She's rubbing her face with both hands. Got those whiskers on fleek. Looking good. Mm-hmm. Wiggling up. Did you just wink at me? You're having a time of it. Do bunnies sweat? The whole stream's been derailed by the rapids. Gotta have to adjust this camera so I don't have to hold it. There we go. What, sweetie? You look like you're expecting something. You can't have any Diet Dr. Peppers. I shouldn't even have it. This may not be the best flip mapping video ever, but I tell you what, it's funny. You're making it all worthwhile. Don't panic, buddy. Is this a standoff or a staring contest, sweetheart? I'm gonna move. Alright, you're gonna move too, huh? Your butt's getting numb, bunny. What are we doing now? Just sitting? I'm gonna try to take this flake and oh, somebody's moving along. You have to now. Alright. You're gonna be wandering around the yard. We're going back to this breaking rocks thing. A little bit high, bud. Flake again. Still got the platform. I needed to hit here somewhere. Took a bit more material than I expected. There we go. That's more in line with what I wanted to follow this ridge here. The first time I overshot a flake like this is called an overshot flake, where it goes past the far edge, wraps around. course, it overshot the center as well, so I've lost some of the length here. A lot of spots in this rock. Really wish I knew how I picked it up. Seeing the material itself is just really kind of cool looking. We lost some of the length, but that's fine. Should be able to straighten it out. Yeah, isn't too much. Maybe half an inch. This little flake I took there. Made a platform here to try to clean this side up. Of course, the sun's going down, so a little less talking, a little more whacking. That weird fraction right there. Got a really low edge here from that big plate that I took. Maybe we can run some plates this way next. See if we can't create better opportunities to clean this stuff up. It's just a bunch of little shallow flakes to get rid of some of this vortex, so we'll have better material to strike. Bunny is still on her bathing rampage. Get some of this side cleared up. And this is a speckledy rock. Wow. Okay, this is starting to become a really interesting rock. Look at all the different colored spots. It's cool. If you weren't aware, trust me, it is cool. I am fascinated by this. I'm not enthused about my options here. None of these platforms are remarkable. Unless you want to like make a remark on how bad they are. Now I'm gonna try to create a better opportunity. Yeah, this rock is turning out to be really interesting looking underneath the cortex. Really don't know what the situation is that would create this sort of material. I thought I knew earlier, but you know, the deeper I'm getting into the material, it doesn't make any sense. I'm not 100% sure what does what I'm seeing here, but I like it. It looks cool. It's a lightweight thing. Here. Some other focus our strikes a little bit. So clean this up some. Guys, this is my roommate, Jesus. Yeah, she's been eating oatmeal. She's back on stream. I'm streaming on Twitch and making a YouTube video all at once. And you're a part of it now. Sucker. Yeah, you are. It's recording. I guess I could learn video editing, but it's got time for that crap.
I want you to replace my face with Earl Grey's face.
Oh, your face isn't on. This is the camera. It's pointed at my crotch.
I know, but if I ever
happens,
I want to find a way to replace my face with Earl Grey.
well, this bunny is on my stream. Oh. You're fine, Bun Bun, but one day I am gonna pet you. The look of shock on your little bunny face will be worth it.
Do you think Bumba's like, if they don't see me, they don't see me, oh shit, they're actually staring at me.
Yeah, don't be cussing on my YouTube video. She's got good enough camera that she kind of disappears everywhere.
Yeah.
That's gross. Just trying to get rid of some of this limestone mess so we can actually get this thing by face. Yeah. Gotten pretty close. crazy as these spots are, they are creating some unpredictability in this stuff. Yeah, just weird formation there. I mean, some of this is actually limestone, just deep in the rock. No telling. Spots. What I'm doing now is I'm just trying to straighten up the edge, so get rid of more of this limestone cortex stuff without doing too much to the rock itself. That way we can have some predictability in what we do. Still got some of this limestone pretty far into the rock, but I think I may have a platform here to get rid of it. It's not a pretty platform, but it's got a fracture that creates a concavity here. I'm hoping I can hit it further up, undercut it. Not too sure. Might as well get it out of the way and do it now. Find out. So, yeah, um, exactly what I wanted. This is the concave fractured bit here. This limestone mess here. I hit that platform up pretty high, dangerously high to be honest. Got it. And the flake traveled over to the center too, so that's any flake that reaches the center or beyond thins the piece. Anything that doesn't go that far doesn't do anything but make the piece smaller. A little bit more limestone there. It should come out as we work. Just a little spot. Still pretty thick in the middle. We're going to definitely do some thinning to this limestone here is going to cause problems. So this is going to have to come off. I don't want to do a lot. I just want to get rid of the limestone on there. I want to preserve the material around it. It's going to need a pretty good solid platform to thin this thing down. It's just not that big a rock. I just took that flake as a moment of opportunity and got rid of most of that limestone that's sitting there that I was talking about. It disappeared sooner or later. This limestone spot right at the edge. I want to take a flake from this side. Bust this off in that direction. Sitting here with the means to do this without taking nearly as much risk. Do it. Help that much. Lord. There it went. Stuff. It dove in a lot. Something keep going on. This may not be the stone for indirect percussion, because that's uneven. It's an unpredictable result. It's created a really odd spot that I don't know if I may have to lose this portion of the stone because of it. So I don't know. Let's just try to thin this thing down and see what we've got left. Get it to a reasonable thickness. Funny. Not my proudest moment. Yeah, so I've removed a couple of good sized flakes off this face here. Definitely thinner. And we still got this chunked out spot from that indirect percussion, which I don't like. Very thick spot here. sort of a platform here. Well, a bit too loaded on pain meds to describe exactly what I'm doing, at least effectively. Pretty material. I'm hoping this piece works out. See, I'm going to try to take a plate this direction. It's going to run into that inky spot there. I'm hoping it doesn't break the stone. Unpredictability factor goes up. It's done the same thing on this edge and this edge. And I do believe it's just the difference in density in these spots. Circles, dots. Don't want to blame myself for it this time. Because, yeah, we've still got bits of limestone in the edges. Follow some limestone rates and see if we can get some of that out. Well, this secondary flake is not ideal. Really interesting looking material, but god damn, that looks bad. Abrasion took this flake. Big knot here. All this broken up stuff around the edge here. Small plate going this way to get this straightened out. Two really cool dots emerge. I can't explain this material. This is really weird. To be honest, it looks like, I don't know, something that sat in the fridge way too long. Mold spores or something, I don't know. It's cool looking. I just don't know if I can make anything worthwhile out of it. Wish I had more of it to test, try stuff out with. Here's is what we got. I like those two dots. really wish I could predict what would happen if I tried to take a flake here. Really need this knot to come out. I think we'll be back on track except for that. This dumb edge over here. Good. Exactly what I wanted, but more dramatic than I expected. Just smack myself in the face on video. Nice. It's just so weird, this material. This is behaving so strangely. It's behaving like it should, but it's also behaving like it shouldn't. This is my shade, but that gets rid of my two cool dogs. Also gets rid of this mess over here. That's not here. Well, we've got the video. We can memorialize the two cute dots on the video because they're gonna go. I mark up on rocks a lot. A lot of nappers who are typically all better than me will predict what their flake is going to do by marking it and doing it on stream or on video, which is really cool. For me, it's just to help with symmetry because I'm so bad at it. I mark things just to like give me a better idea of where I'm headed. Knots here. It's getting awfully dark. I've not yet learned my lesson. I'm going to try to do indirect percussion through this knot. I've got a tiny little platform that lends itself to it. Wouldn't be a big deal, except this material has acted so strangely. I don't know what to expect from this flake, so yeah, it still takes this weird bite to get rid of some of the knot. Provided me with a tiny bit more platform to work with. In both directions. Take a flake off both sides. I'm going to take this one first. using the right tool. That crushed the edge off. Let's try for the other one. Yeah. That is what I would have predicted would happen. Remarkably weird so far. There we go. Shallower than I wanted. Get a little one from here. Definitely got that one. Fingers can tell you all about it. You don't need to be lightly done. So that center is still so thick that I'm not seeing a great way to get to it yet. No, it's on the edge. It's really weird. Things look a heck of a lot brighter on the stream, on the camera than they do in real life. Yeah, I should be looking at the camera before I take my slots. Just do what we know to do. Hope that it comes out for the best. Hey, buddy. Look who's back, guys. Hey, bud. Take it. Really took me quite a few to clean up some weirdness there. A little bit of fracturing. Get at it. Maybe just push it off. Wow, the moon's looking cool today. Hey, buddy. This might be the best part of the whole video, buddy. Promise these videos will get better. I'm usually not this bad at this. This can move for miles. Yeah, cool. Got rid of that weird fraction buzz. Oh, little rabbit. Sure wish you'd let me pet you. Pet you on stream. That would be glorious. Fun Bun's first pet. That'd be a lot cooler title than Flint Napping with Ed, or whatever the heck it'll be called. Still really thick. Too thick for this light again. The material's interesting. Yeah, the material's interesting, just like you, Bunny. Getting flakes off his face. Feel a little bit better about what you guys have had to suffer through this video. Don't panic, buddy. Wow. Kind of center of the stone. A lot of Texas material has, some people call it concrete, and it feels like concrete. It's dolomite. There's usually a dolomite core in a lot of the central Texas material, and there it is. Pretty cool. This rock just continues to become more interesting with every flake, I think. Hopefully we can get something good out of it. It is challenging, nothing else. It's not really where I want to take my flake. I think it is. Shallow flake there, but it'd be better than what you have. Is the coast clear? Alright. Bunny, you have crapped all over. You have left pellets all over my nice zero scaping that I did. Savage. Well, I'm going to take the edge off without moving any mass whatsoever. It's definitely getting too dark to do this now. That's all we got so far. This material, golly, the camera brings out a lot of the weirdness a little bit. And the other side, it looks like I've got a lot of cortex still in place here, but it's not. It's just different colored material. This little dot right there is cortex. Probably pick it off with that mislaid everything. way too dark for this. So that's fine. Figure out how to hold it up to the camera to see it better. Yeah, I don't guess there's a concavity there. And there is a little, very, very slight. It's changing some. Let's go for it. You're going into everything, you weird little bunny. Yeah, I don't. It's too dark. I don't feel comfortable taking that flake. I can't see what I'm doing. So I guess that's where we stop for today. Weird material though. Really strange, really unique. I'm glad I got it on film. Or got it recorded or whatever you want to say. It's so much worse than it is. Looks like I've got little. It looks like I've got a lot more problems than it actually has. Still pretty thick though. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really want to see where this piece goes. So I think we'll revisit this one for sure. Don't know if I want to jump back into it immediately. It is definitely stressful, this one. But yeah, thank you for tuning in and watching my video. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that crap. If you're here with me on Twitch, you know who you are. Thank you for being here. Y'all take care. Thanks for tuning in.